you said you were accepted to a few Ivy League colleges as well as a couple of historically black colleges and universities. What made you choose Spelman over Howard?
Um, it's so deep, first of all, to just even hear someone else say that I was accepted to all these schools. Um, I didn't realize at the time I was so highly academically decorated. I just,
Hmm.
I like I said, I grew up in an academic household. So college was just what we did. It wasn't we didn't have an option in my household. So you studied hard, you worked to get good grades, to be heavily extracurricular loaded so that when you went to apply, they had very few reasons to turn you down. Now, as an African American in the world, I understand what my parents were doing. They wanted to make sure that there was very little that would make people say no, you know?
Yep.
And I'm so grateful that I was raised that way. And now I try to mentor and teach the same kind of thing. Um, but Spelman for me, um, it was more comfortable. I wasn't comfortable as with the city element of Howard. Again,
Mm.
I grew up in rural, small town New Jersey. So Spelman, that part of Atlanta, the campus of Spelman, beautiful trees, beautiful park benches. It just felt like if I was going to be away from home, that was going to be a comfortable away I could be. And even though even though Spelman is plopped dead in the center of the bottoms, as they call it,
Yes,
I
it
was
is.
like,
Yep.
I'm okay as long as I'm in the gates. And that just, my soul was very comfortable there when I did a college visit. And I said, you know what? This is it. I think this is going to be it. Also, I got to say, when I finally learned that Spelman was so intimate and that there were only 500 girls that would be accepted every year, I also felt more special. I felt more critically acclaimed, if you will, to know that if I could be one of the 500, I was on my way. I was already trying to be that boss, right? So I didn't want to be my social security number in college. I wanted people to know my name. And when I learned that Spelman was the environment that raised us to change the world, I was like, I'm gonna be one of them. I'm gonna be one of them that changes the world.
Ain't
So,
nothing wrong with that.
so I had to choose Spelman.
How big was the Greek life? Now, you said you remember Delta Sigma Theta. Shout to DST.
All
Y'all
day,
just
every day,
celebrated
DST. Oh, okay, got that out the way.
a couple of days ago. Your Founders Day. Y'all just celebrated. So shout
Wait,
to.
listen. How about I was given the opportunity, have to say this, to shoot at the Cape Coast slave dungeons on the coast of Ghana,
Mm.
Africa, to celebrate Founders Day. I gotta send you this video. If you haven't seen it, go on my IG, January 13th. I posted it. I'm not gonna tell you about it if you haven't seen it.
No,
But
I haven't seen it.
I got the opportunity to because what I was feeling and what I told them I wanted to do, and I was so surprised they said yes. I said, I can't be here on the continent in Ghana, an hour from a slave dungeon on my sorority's Founders Day. And not only just my sorority, but Founders Day for a lot of the Greek organizations is early January. And I just kind
Yep.
of felt like, even to be honest, more than Delta, I was there representing us as a people, as an American people. And I just kind of have learned over my journeys in Africa that what we do in Greek life is truly an imitation of the village camaraderies in Africa, the chants, the stepping. There's a celebration called Jama in Africa. And it's basically like what we do as Greek organizations, the chants, the stepping, but it's
Mm-hmm.
basically a village celebrations. And the more I learn of our heritage, the more I realize, okay, so a lot of the Greek organizations, we're really just imitating what we don't know about our African heritage. So now here I am, I'm here in Africa, January 13th. And I'm like, you know what? I got to go pay homage to the real founders of all the organizations, which is our
There you go.
ancestors. Listen. So I went and shot this tribute to, yes, it was on Delta's Founders Day, but it was really just to our ancestors for me to say, y'all, I'm here and I'm representing all of us, because there's no way I could be in Africa and be here and not show up for all of us here on the grounds, touching the cement, touching the walls, letting them feel my rhythms of stepping. And it blew my mind. So yes, Founders Day was a couple of days ago, and it was one of the best times, a life-changing time for me.
Wow. That's amazing. And again, we're going to talk about
We gonna be here
your
all day. We
workings.
got so much to
Yeah.
talk about.
Because we gotta go deep into this whole Africa thing that you're doing. So stay with me while you're at Spelman, which I didn't know. Me doing my research, you dated Evander Holyfield.
Where you been? Where you
I
been?
did not know this. I'm telling you. How, first and foremost, how does that? I know he's from Atlanta. How do you even meet Evander?
Okay, so how about as what I don't know what year I was, but I've always been into the partying and I've always been into the dancing. And I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
are you really, 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 really familiar with Atlanta? Like old school Atlanta?
I'd say
Mr. V?
yes to an
Mr. V's
extent.
Atlanta?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so
Yes,
Mr. V's
absolutely.
Friday night, baby. Mr. V's Friday night was the spot. And Evander likes to dance as much as I do. And so he was there one night. I didn't know who he was. I was on a dance floor with a pitcher of water on the bar. He was on a dance floor with a pitcher of water on the bar. And we just ended up just like dancing all night and exchanged information. And my girlfriend was like, girl, do you know who that is? That's the Olympic superstar. I was like, okay, I didn't know. I just like the way he danced. And so we talked and connected. And really, at that age and stage, what's so special about, I hope he says this, but what's so special about our relationship is that we were really dream supporters more than anything. Just think about the fact that I was a Spelman pre-med major who actually had dreams of going to Hollywood. And he was an Olympic athlete who had dreams of going pro. And so we literally came together and supported each other in those dreams. He was saying, I believe you could do anything. So, if you go to Hollywood and it doesn't work, you're going to just come back and be one of the baddest doctors there is. And I was like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I feel you, because if for some reason you don't go pro, I mean, you're an Olympic athlete. You're forever an Olympic athlete. So you can do what you want with boxing. So we really just kind of like loved each other in the support of our dreams. And look at who we became. So deep. So deep.
Yes, it
And we're
is.
friends to this day. To this day, best of friends. I've gone to a lot of his fights through the years. Like that kind of bond doesn't go anywhere. It just doesn't.
They say you could tell the winners right out the starting gate. Getting to know this man early in his career, he's an Olympian, but he's not the Evander Holyfield that we know and love, that went on to make history, the man that showed that Iron Mike Tyson was just a man, he was mortal. Could you tell even back in them days? I know both of y'all supported each other's dreams, but could you tell he got it?
Yeah.
This guy is going to really.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, it's funny you say that way. Not only could I tell, but I think he birthed a new level in me in terms of what it takes. Because again, I'm a student at college with a dream. He was an Olympic athlete. So he was already training on an Olympic level. He was eating on an Olympic level. He was going to bed on an Olympic level. He wasn't drinking heavy and partying. So here you got this college girl who at this point is like Miss Morehouse, highly decorated member of Delta Sigma Theta at Spelman. And you got this Olympic athlete who's like going to bed by 10, training every day, boxing every day. And so I learned the work ethic of what it takes to be great. I mean, it's an Olympic athlete, right? So I learned the work ethic of what it truly takes to be great then. And so I feel like God blessed me with him as a gift in my life, even just for that. That's where my work ethic started. That's where my don't look for too much company in your dreams started, because he would get up and run every morning. He would go through his box routine every morning. He didn't have a lot of friends. He wasn't hanging out. He was focused on that dream. And I was like, wow, okay, if that's what it takes, then I get it. I'll support and learn from you. And that's what happened. So yeah, I mean, again, we dated. He was already an Olympic athlete, but you don't become an Olympic athlete messing around,
Mm-hmm.
So he was already great. He just became greater.
Okay, I love what you just said. So I got to go back there. You said don't look for too much company in your dreams. Elaborate on that, because somebody listening needs to hear that.
Well, I just, I feel like not only starting then, but even through my life and career, nobody has the vision for me like I have the vision for me. And when you start to, when God starts to bless you with the dreams and the vision, manifesting, then you start to see where that manifestation happens in a lot of isolation. It doesn't come with being at the club with your crew, or it doesn't come with being on vacation with your crew. It comes when, I feel personally, when God gets your undivided attention And when you're really listening to the voice and to the guidance and you're surrendered to it, that's when the blessings come. And I got to tell you, not just in my life, and I know we're going to stay at Spelman, but I've also been blessed with so many different people that live that space that have fertilized my life. And I mean, I'll throw out a couple just so you understand what I mean. To be
Mhm.
around Beyoncé intimately, Stevie Wonder intimately, Shaka Khan intimately, CeeLo intimately, Holyfield intimately, Gerald Levert intimately. Like all these people were that same kind of focused, disciplined, no nonsense, work ethic that just wouldn't waver either way. And I just learned Cicely Tyson. I mean, the list goes on. The Alfre Woodard, the list goes on. God sprinkled all this greatness in my life. So I had no choice but to just say, okay, what are the lessons in this? Because obviously I don't believe in coincidence. God is placing these people in my life to give me the lessons. It's up to me to get them. So they even said, don't look for company. I remember Cicely Tyson told me she played my mom in a pilot, one of my first jobs in Hollywood. And she said, don't even look for your family to support because they're not going to understand your life. Don't look for your friends from college and high school to understand because you're already doing something different that they know nothing about. So as long as you stay focused and listen to God, that's all the company you need. So I'm getting this advice from everybody around me, right? I'm getting the same type of don't look for company advice from everybody around me. And once I started living it, not calling it lonely, but calling it alone and isolated for divine guidance. It feels a little different when you really understand what it is. You feel me?
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's what I mean. It's like if you keep thinking that you need a team to live your dream or that you need somebody to agree with you on your vision, sometimes that can hold you back. I am saying now, it's 2022. I'm saying now, my plane can't take off with cement wheels. If you're not part of my wind, we can't fly together. Period.
Whew.
I can't take off with cement wheels, bruh. I can't.
That is
So
so
your
real.
hesitation, your not sureness, that's fine. Keep that out of my way because I'm in takeoff mode. Period.
Mm.